Now you get to paint your artwork in using these dry tempera paints. You will get to use 2 brushes. Remember the big brush for painting larger shapes and the smaller brush for painting small shapes, okay? And we're going to continue making it symmetrical, okay? We're going to be painting this with a wax resist. That means I'm going to be keeping lots of water in my paintbrush and wiggling. The more I wiggle, the thicker the color becomes, except I don't want it to get so thick that it becomes like peanut butter and it hides that wonderful oil pastel, okay? Oh, and my paintbrush is getting scratchy. That means I need new water. Notice I didn't really wiggle it because I need more purple. Okay, so I'm just going right back after getting it damp. Okay, so there's my purple. I'm going to go back to this other side since I have some purple left on my paintbrush. And it's starting to get kind of scratchy. So I'm going to give it a quick dip. I didn't rinse it at all because I need to keep painting. Just going to wiggle, grab some new paint, and by avoiding rinsing my paintbrush every time, that helps keep my water clean, okay? Well, now I'm done with that purple, and I'm going to continue on. So I want to paint this. I'm going to rinse my paintbrush so I can go to a different color. I'm going to choose a color that has contrast. That means it's different than my yellow here. If I chose to paint it with like an orange, it would disappear. So maybe I'll choose a green. So I'm going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle for a little bit. Oh, that didn't show up very well. I'm going to wiggle a bit more. And it's a big, or fairly big space, so I'm using my larger paintbrush. I'm outlining it, and then I can go and fill it in pretty quickly. So you can see before I begin painting something else, I am painting it's a symmetrical shape on the other side of the paper. And I'm going to put that paintbrush away so I can start painting some smaller things like this, okay? So keeping a fair amount of water in my brush, I'm going to wipe it off and wiggle, wiggle a little bit. Not so much that it becomes thick like peanut butter, but kind of watery, so that I can see that wonderful resist technique. So have fun as you paint these today. And again, we're making it symmetrical on the other side before we go on to moving or changing to another color. Also, make sure to keep these colors nice and clean by always rinsing your paintbrush and wiping it. So wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And I'm always just using the tip of my paintbrush. I love to outline it first, and then I like to go back and paint the inside spaces. So I'm going to work on mine, and I will let you get to yours. Have fun.